Tabletop time!
I'm Murray.
We have no plan. I'm Jazza.
I'm Dragon.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Jen.
And what are we doing today?
We're playing 40k! The grand finale!
Very excited. Oh, and we left on that cliffhanger of the
Sticky floors?
Sticky floor.
That's
the
great.
juice has arrived. No,
Like
was it the
Excellent.
Yeah.
cool. Glad.
Like a
Glad you
creepy
like it.
nightclub.
We had lots of dramatic tension.
It is nice.
Marie rolled her eyes as the boys kept talking.
Yeah.
She took 4 psychic damage from it all.
Cherry blossom petals floated past at the end.
Ramos played out in unsung form in a very deep way. Turn it off like a light switch from the Pokemon musical. You know.
No.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm-
Can you that
My-
reference?
My.
Did you
I
see
recognize that they
Turn
were
it
all
off.
words.
Like a light switch, just go click. It's a cool little trader trick.
We have one musical theatre kid here.
Let me know in the comments if
What
you
is it from?
appreciate it.
What's it from?
The Book of Mormon musical.
Book of Mormon musical.
Yeah.
I literally thought you said the Book of Mormon. I love the Book of Mormon.
Oh, the Bookamuka is great.
I was really alone in that reference. A few people watching it who really appreciate it.
That's basically the outro to the latest video.
I love that so much.
A little bit of it.
That was a good outro.
Good.
Oh, no.
Just keep that.
Yeah.
In a world of Warhammer 40k.
When 4 comrades and 1 creepy robot descended into the depths of
The nightclub. We're sticking with nightclub.
Yeah.
This was narrated.
The nightclub.
Sure,
as well.
sure. It's the Forge World nightclub.
Yeah.
This
Get in touch
this
if you don't want
episode
to.
was narrated by Jonathan Keeble and produced by Heavy Entertainment. Sorry, I listened to way too many Black Library audiobooks. Did anyone remember?
Yes. but
Produced by Heavy Entertainment.
All right. Shall we?
I read actual books.
Shall we recap? Do you want to give us a brief recap?
I will, definitely. For the finally, I will also give once again our wonderful disclaimer that this is a non-canon work of fiction, a love letter to the world of Warhammer 40k. Please do not sue us, Games Workshop.
Yes.
And on top of that, I'll once again give the disclaimer I gave last game, which is just a quick content warning. If you're all squeamish, this episode is going to be gross.
Squishy. Hell yeah. In a really Dr. Pimple Popper kind of way. Right?
Yeah, if you're not into,
favorite.
you know, pus blood things that pulsate,
Where the pimples?
go. Please go watch something else.
And also just a quick disclaimer, heads up, that we are using work in progress Gateway Roleplay. Details are on the screen and in the description, but it's worth saying that we're trying a little something different for combat this time because, you know, we're in alpha and early stage development, and part of that is the trial and error of different things, and we have something pretty cool we want to see how it goes. So we're going to give it a go.
You know what else we want to see how it goes? Our Patreon. Because we exist because of our Patreon.
Oh, that's cool.
And
That's new.
you know what? I just was reminded of it as I was preparing for our next campaign, which is an adventure in the world of Pokemon. As we have like, there was sound.
It's back.
What was it?
Okay,
I don't know,
we
just
have audio
yeah.
again.
Okay.
Sorry,
thanks.
editors.
Thanks for letting us know, chat.
Hello.
I hope it's edited out. Let's find out. Anyway,
As we say thank you to our patrons. We've got a Pokemon campaign coming up, and we've got multiple patron NPCs, which is one of the perks you can get by supporting Patreon. That support will theoretically help us not have the audio randomly cut out. It would be great.
Subscribe now.
Yeah.
Extra audio.
We need you, patrons.
it's true.
And
we
we've got a
appreciate
big
you.
long form campaign coming up, so
Hell yeah.
join.
For you, bro.
All right. So,
For the dark.
as we return to our intrepid heroes, forced into a tactical retreat by a swarm of corrupted servitors, our squad finds their way into the perceived safety of a manufactorum. Following a weak power signature from within, inside they discovered the telltale signs of Nurgle's corruption. The inner sanctum of the manufactorum
The telltale
infested.
signs. Sorry.
Telltale
as
signs.
Ramos is like, what the hell is this?
To some, the telltale signs of nose. To some, it's just gross.
What is Ramos thinking as he comes across Nurgle's blight?
I've seen worse. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of covered it last week. He's sort of experienced some level of warp entity stuff, but it's fairly disturbing. But he's got far bigger things going on, and currently he is rise through the enumerations, and he is emotionally
Suppressed.
chill.
Dead inside.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's got evanescence in his helmet, like it. So, the inner sanctums of the manufactorum, infested with strange fireflies, seemingly the cause of the rabid servitors. The corridors covered in fleshy, pulsating tendrils, leading through to a vox chamber, where the party discover the body of Gyasi, one of Ramos's squad, through which Ramos learns of the final fate of Prospero and the Crimson King. Through that, there was a brief moment of tension between the ex-Space Wolf, now Space Bear, and Ramos. However, this was overcome by the cool-headed Ceneric and the hard authority of Marie Van Hoss.
Thank you, podcast listeners.
I like to imagine she was dabbing.
Yeah, like you were just like, gentlemen, we're on a mission, and they're like, fine, and we walk off, and you turn to Ceneric, just like, that's how it's done.
I look at him and say,
Now that's authority.
Well, the Space Marine's like, we cannot do that with these pauldrons.
yeah, it's just totally flexing. It hurts our soul.
My level of articulation.
I have the special edition of the first Space Marine game, and it comes with a holographic thing on it, and it's him like curb stomping an orc, but he's doing this, and just the way his pauldrons go up and down, it's just like, it's the chicken dance. It's 100% the chicken dance. I seriously just sit there all the time, just go. Anyway,
Back to
with
the horror
that,
game.
back to the horror game. At this point, Charon cut in and pointed out that there was another power signature that had just made itself known with further into the manufactorum, this one seeming much more deliberate, as it seems something is powering up. And with that, you made your way forward further into the manufactorum.
Through the juicy flesh door that you guys ripped apart.
Oh, yeah.
There was some chain sorting.
Chain sorting.
A little bit of pulling and a little bit of psychic.
That didn't do much. The psychic stuff didn't do much.
A few of us didn't do much.
So is there anything anyone would like to do as you continue down this corridor? This sort of sickly, acrid smell of sort of rotting flesh and general decay slowly turns to this almost like stinging, this acidic sting of some form of toxin. Those of you who have them feel your twin hearts start to pulse, whereas the human among you start to feel this general sense of like, it's not an overwhelming feeling, but it's definitely like you're sort of like, something's not entirely right, feeling a bit queasy.
So we're definitely detecting there's toxin or disease in the air. In that case, Marie, do you have a rebreather?
I would say you probably do, yeah.
Yes, I do.
The oxygen here is contaminated.
Oh.
And I gesture to your,
Yeah.
0G breathing apparatus of whatever it would be.
I suppose it wouldn't be a bad idea. I chuck it on.
Battle Brothers, adorn your helm.
Alrighty, yeah. I have 2 helmets.
Well, it's okay. I've got a bigger crown.
I have one with
Wear it on your.
my one's got the plume, so that's the one I'm wearing.
He's got his one on, and then the other one's just like hanging off
Yeah.
to the side on the.
Maglock to my butt.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to just keep proceeding
Yeah.
carefully.
Yeah, for sure.
Proceeding down, the rest of you hear this, this sound, this sort of low whine, as you continue forward into this large, rectangular chamber. At the far end, you see these huge, sort of like factorum doors, massive double doors.
I'm sorry, I felt that added.
Gunnar,
Hulking.
I knew your kind partook in Mjod, but must you chew mortal so loudly?
I don't have a witty comeback.
Which was never the strength of the wolf.
The bear has a wit, it just takes him much longer to surface.
Well,
He'll think of it on the next rotation.
after our stiff commentary, as a little nod to you, and probably that sense that we might be confronting something nasty, I give a slight gesture and then say, well, I look forward to hearing your witty retort when we survive the battle. I'll hold you to it.
I look forward to it.
Charon, distance to the closest signature.
Charon standing there and is sort of looks to you as if you have just asked an extremely obvious question, and then looks back. He's like, it's just there. And he points further up, and you see the doorway in front of you is open into this sort of larger rectangular chamber with these 2 doors at the far end. On either side, there appear to be these reactors that are slowly humming and pulsing with energy.
Confirmed.
In between these 2, at the far end of the room, in front of these giant chambers, there are 3 hulking figures. All of them stand in this pale green ceramite trimmed with a burnished bronze and stained in areas. The main one in the middle stands about, sort of a head taller than the others and slightly broader. His armor seems to be slightly bulkier around the shoulders, not as if it's like a bigger plate, but as if something has grown there. You also see these deep, dark holes through a large portion of his shoulder. And as you look closely, you realize that these little fireflies that you've seen are essentially crawling in and out of the armor. As you step forward, these leering, pale yellow eyes peer out from behind a rusted respirator, these sporadic puffs of coiling green smog expelled from the filters in time with his heavy breathing. In one hand, he holds in his left hand, he holds a plasma pistol. Is it plasma? Sure. In the other, there is this monstrous chain scythe. And he is just staring at the 5 of you as he looks up and he says, "Brothers, welcome to Gutharian's abode. Apologies for not cleaning up. I wasn't expecting company."
Ah, Brother Gutharian, you're the pervasive voice that's been harassing us.
Don't worry, we are here to finally clean this place.
Clean? What do you mean of my influence?
Your filth, yes.
Filth. From a barbarian from the planet Fenris, where you sleep with the dogs.
Do I recognize his armor? Like, because it's a bit of a leap for me for Death Guard? Or do they have iconography? Because the Death Guard iconography
Didn't change. Did it change?
Yeah, it changed from a skull wrapped with like laurels to the 3-leaf fly thing.
okay.
So even the iconography's changed.
Interesting. Roll me and I'm trying to think. It'd be either wisdom or intelligence. So I'd say wisdom because you're trying to
Picking up on the mannerisms.
picking up on what's going on in front of you as well as
Okay.
yeah.
So am I literally using my peepers? Because I can use acuity.
Yeah. So if you wanted,
Wisdom acuity?
yeah, go for that.
Well, as I'm in the enumerations, I get crits, which is only relevant because I got 2 successes. Very, very poopy roll.
Get them out now.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, you, especially with what's been going on and everything, like you don't recognize, you do recognize similarities, but you would not straight up recognize these as, you know, the, what do you call it? Unadorned, a very sort of bland Death Guard from the Horus Heresy.
Do they have like tendrils and growths and things, or are they kind of like the models, or are they a little bit more subdued in their mutations?
So generally, like Gultharian seems to have some various, like as he said, he's got this sort of overgrown. It's almost like it's just a nest, basically, as part of his like shoulder, part of his pauldron that seems to be growing into his cuirass. The others generally have the sort of like parts of the face, like one of them sort of this face is split, you know, right up to the side, and there's this sort of this long tongue and sort of discharge coming out the side of his face. The other one just seems to be sort of pockmarked, and you know, one eye is basically like sealed shut.
Since we have a leader in this, do you want to give these to him, even though they're not super relevant? Just so he has more options?
If you want. If you look through them, do they work? Do they make sense?
Some of them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, these are the.
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
Just gives you options because they've got their normal, the abilities were put down, but just if you wanted to use those for the leader, you can. And he gets his, otherwise, you know, the stats he's got.
Yep.
Might be worth trying. Let's launch into it.
No time for chit chat. Let's destroy the heretic.
Ramos is still enacting.
Cool response. All right. Probably upon seeing not very much of a strong response, you know, in comparison to say Gunner here, I'll probably sort of tilt my head towards Ramos and say, "This is one of the, shall we say, shadows, holding the form of one of our erstwhile brothers. It is a member of the Death Guard."
There's a stiffening, and Ramos takes a single step forward. Death Guard, do you know where my brothers are?
Looks around and says,
And who might your brothers?
no, wait, he does know that actually. So he points at it. You say that's what he says. Who do you know where my brothers are? He says,
Your brothers. I wonder if you would recognize your brothers as they are now.
I refer to my company.
So do I. Oh, the call back to Prospero, the unfortunate incident with the Wolf King just broke poor Magnus's heart.
Ramos looks quietly to the left and right, and lowers his voice and says, I preferred them when they were silent and bellicose.
So we shall silence them, brother.
Never mind, Death Guard. I'll rip the answers from your mind. And slams the Hecastaff to the ground.
He reaches out his arms. The two Marines at his side sort of trudge forward, and from in front of you, like just a bit further in front of you, these two bodies, like swollen, bloated bodies on the ground, twitch and start to lift themselves to their feet. No, I'll put those there. And I will take one's away.
Now, which miniature is the champion?
I'm going. There was one of you who had the axe, because that was how I was remembering this one.
Okay, cool.
So here's the big melee and a plasma pistol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Ba-ba-bum.
And with that,
Combat?
we enter combat.
Woohoo!
All right, we all get to decide who goes first. Well, we move first. Sorry, we move first. Minions move, and then we move.
Minions move. So these two are going to move up. So the two poxwalkers, slowly lifting themselves to their feet, start to amble towards you.
Let's make quick work of this filth.
There's one thing, the neutral attack.
I have a good
Yeah, they don't get any extra movement. They're slow.
Nope, that's all good. So they're going to take one step forward. And they don't really...
quick rules question.
Yeah.
How do you determine distance?
One square is circle C. 2, 3, 4 squares, and then 5 and beyond. So this can go adjacent plus 2. So contact or close, short, medium.
Okay.
So 3 hexes away from you is where you can.
Is medium.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So that is their movement.
Charge!
It's difficult to charge with that large
Who
piece
is
of
it?
rock.
Who's
underneath
the-
you.
Someone's
Who's
gone
the-
fuzzy.
Is it me?
Yeah. Ooh.
No.
Maybe that one. Or this one?
Is that
That's
one?
dragon.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuzzy, go away.
I to the rest of them, keep them off me. I must concentrate.
Acknowledged.
Oh, have we all moved?
I'm not moving.
I would like to move one up, please. Yes.
I shall move up as well. Moving in the direction of Ramos to...
Don't worry, you can hide behind me. I understand.
Who wants to act first?
I prefer not.
We've got to let the.
At least your smell is blocking out Nurgle.
So you're gonna move. You're gonna go first. Well, I think we got to let the space wolf attack
He's
first.
charging for it. Let's go.
He got
That's
into it.
blood.
He wants in.
Let's see how these combat initiative chains work. Which, as we've said, Gateway's still in development, so we're constantly playtesting rules, and we've sort of got a fun little initiative thing we're trialing, where, yeah, if Jazza, we as a team have said that Jazza can make the first action.
Okay. And
What are you choosing?
Gunnar is a little more frenzied than would be perhaps acceptable for a space bear. He's holding back his inner wolf here and attacking with drunken style a little more uncontrollably.
I thought it was a card.
I need dice. I need.
Yes, space bears are all
We
well
have
known.
so many
Yeah,
dice.
sorry.
Needs this.
Can you pass some dice along?
I need 10 dice.
So you're attacking the Poxwalker up the front.
One more. Yes,
Sorry, I'm
Yes,
just
please.
rationing you dice so we both have the right amount of dice.
Cool. All right. I have crit hits and crit misses.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah.
Bring forth.
Oh
the
my
pain.
gosh! But you've just gotten. Oh no, you got a crit miss. Okay, so and you roll that one. So this just removes that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's-
Okay.
So the
So
crit
1,
miss
2,
removes
3,
the crit
4,
hit.
5, 6.
6
hits.
successes.
Cool.
Noise.
It got a 3, so that definitely.
Good. Good.
Yay!
So the way this kind of works is Jazza declares his target. That target then gets to declare what they're doing. So they were just doing
Yeah, they were just going to attack him.
just
back.
attack him.
So
Does
they were-
anyone want to do anything that is involves with either of these two? So monsters or players.
Yeah. So specifically me or this Poxwalker
Yeah,
that I
so
am attacking.
Does
Yeah.
anyone's action affect this Poxwalker or
Can absolutely,
Gunner?
if you want to hit that. Yeah.
Mine does not.
If it's like involved.
How much damage do you do on your attack?
I do 3 damage plus 1 bleed, 1 pierce.
And how much health does this thing have?
blah, blah, blah. Where'd I put it?
5 or 6?
7.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Up to you.
So would I have to declare that as the target?
If you want him to be a target of that ability, you must do it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Then I shall
So
do that.
Mari's jumping in.
Mario's jumping in. So how much? So how much damage did that do?
3.
3, 1 bleed, 1 pierce. So if it has any armor,
Yep. So he takes 1. So 3 damage, 1 bleed, 1 pierce. So he takes 2 damage
And bleed.
and 1 bleed.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a spare piece of paper and a pencil?
Sure do.
I just realized this is possibly the first combat that I actually need to take note.
Yes, and Eric is going to absolutely mop the floor.
Good.
Okay.
I mean, don't put pressure on my dice rolling abilities.
Do it. Mop the floor.
All right. So Sneric has had a bit of a rough time having to deal with everything on the way here, and he's been fairly quiet. He's probably been, let's say, the level-headed one here, and now he is just going to show that he is not a quiet individual. And I'm going to use rapid-fire acquisition and just start popping off.
So this ability.
So
Pop
You.
off Queen.
yeah, I'm going to spend 3 spirit and target 3 enemies. The 2 Poxwalkers in front of me and the Death Guard
Oh,
behind.
God. Wow.
Oh, the captain of the Death Guard. Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
by spending a total of 4, no, all 5
5
bullets
ammo.
in,
We have 1
in the clip.
6 in a mag, right?
I believe
it's
it was
6.
5. Let's say it's 6. Okay.
6. Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be 2, 4, 5 dice.
Roll them bones. Ooh,
Hey.
3 successes.
big crit.
Okay.
They
So
got
3
3.
successes.
So you could use a.
that one. That
You
one
both take it, remember?
So the one that's fighting with Gunner got 3.
on a tie, you both take the damage. That was
Oh
what we
yeah,
said.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So he does take the damage for that.
Yep, that's 6 damage.
6 damage.
So the thing is, we can just resolve. If it kills him, we can just resolve it straight up and get him out of there, and then
But
we
he's
don't have
pulled,
to.
he's pulled 2 others into
There,
the
yep.
loop. Yeah, cool.
So it
So,
does not. That's 3.
Do you want to use Knack to boost it?
I think I can wait until I see the rolls of the other opponents before I declare that yes.
Wait, that was
think
5
so.
damage.
6.
Yeah.
6 damage.
I think he's on 1 health.
He's on 1 health. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 damage.
So these I'll roll for the second one and for the. So the second one. Got 4.
successes.
Full. Okay, so now it's pretty worth. I'm considering it.
Yeah.
Now you got-
I was also going to say he was going to, because this is another thing, is he's going to shoot.
Well, this is the Poxwalker, yeah.
Yeah, the
These are
second
the
Poxwalker.
Poxwalkers.
So what's his?
He was going to shoot Gunner as well because Gunner was charging in, so he misses anyway.
Bring it.
So that's also 6 damage for him.
For me?
No, for
Don't bring it.
Poxwalker.
for the other Poxwalker.
yeah.
No, I got a 3 and he got a 4. So
Oh no, that's all.
This is momentarily going to be confusing because it's the first time Dragon's ever done it. It's the first time anyone's ever done it. So
it's all good.
we're just making sure it makes sense of it all to us.
Yeah. So at the moment,
Death Guard captain.
for the chat, if I spend a grit, I can
So
hit
he has to
the
choose
second
his
box
action.
water.
He does.
And not take damage from the first.
Oh, I'm shooting.
Yeah, and it's not grit. Grit is damage. Knack is your skill roll.
Yes, sorry.
Skill or combat roll.
He is going to shoot at, because I didn't say it before, so I think he's going to shoot Marie.
Well, he can choose to shoot Gunnar because
Yeah.
not everyone passed. Is basically the justification there.
Okay.
So because Murray jumped in,
Okay, cool.
it's only if everyone says no, we're not jumping in, then it's closed.
Cool. He will also shoot Gunner then.
How many
with
sixes?
His putrid attack.
What was your result?
I got
He got 6.
6.
Nice.
2, 4.
And he has 11 dice.
He has 11 dice.
Yay!
This is the Space Marine.
Yeah, this is the leader. Yeah, 11 dice shooting you. Oh my god.
Hello, Themis.
3 successes.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Oh,
That's all good.
wow.
I told you. So he fires off his plasma pistol towards you. You manage to up to the side as it off you. Bang!
That's all I got. Sorry.
That's okay.
Wait, so you got 3 successes.
He did, yeah.
Cineric's rounds blast into him.
Cool. All right, so I'm considering that I
It's a
will
little better.
spend a point of knack just to do a free 6 damage to
Oh, you
the
hit-
second Poxwalker. Because I missed one of them.
Because he matches the 3 of the other two.
No, yeah, you are.
the 4,
cool,
yeah.
cool. That
And
makes
I
sense.
think it's a lot more. I think it's a lot better to get as much damage out quickly.
Yeah.
cool.
So I shall do that.
So that's
Poxwalker
6
and
damage, so 3.
Death Guard got 3, and the other Poxwalker got 4. And because Murray's using his knack to bump it to 4, he outright beats 2 of their rolls and matches the Poxwalker.
I managed to take 2 health off the Death Guard.
Nice. We're gonna need that.
Yep, so 6 damage and 1 bleed. Yes, I have ammo 6 written right here. How about
Do you have
that?
bleed on your bolter?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Bleed.
So everything that has
Everything
1
has
bleed
the
and it
bleed.
goes up by 1.
That's great. Keep doing that to the Death Guard.
Yeah, too bad he's got to reload.
Oh, damn. Have you burned out all your ammo?
It's got 1 shot left.
Oh, no.
But,
yeah.
but the abilities cost extra ammo, so he can't.
Because he targeted multiple.
Yeah, so it
That's
costs 5
very
ammo.
cool. Okay, cool. That's great. Yeah, I like that.
Well done, devs. What a cool ability.
So now,
Great game.
So does anyone want to target either of the Poxwalkers, Cineric, or the Death Guard captain?
Me.
Don't target me.
you don't target the captain.
Yes.
Okay.
He got 3. So
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to target the captain.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dual wield, but I'm going to use my needle pistol to try and poison him.
Okay.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This sound is
This
finally
only has
going to come
one.
useful.
This gun only has 1 ammo, so
2.
the needle
2.
pistol has
Yeah.
1, right?
No, it's got 2. 2 ammo.
Oh. How much dice do you have? What's your pistols? 4. 4
4
and
and
5.
5.
9 dice.
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
Oh no.
only 2 successes.
Oh, no.
You could spend a knack and
Yeah,
match him and
doing
you
it.
hit him.
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah, because he only got 3.
yeah.
Wow, this feels so much more like.
But the problem is we're missing out on the cool descriptions. What do you do? Cool description.
Oh,
We're just
so
talking dice.
Marie points her both. This is so stupid. Points both her guns at the captain and says, "Take this," and shoots.
Take this.
I've been saying
And
that one.
how much damage do you do?
Take this.
So it's 2 damage.
Plus,
I didn't even use
3.
the bolter one for
Yep.
you.
so it's
And poison.
5 damage
5
Meanwhile-
damage.
into the Death Guard.
Okey-dokey.
Captain, poison 1. Take that, Death Guard.
Yeah.
Take that!
I feel like they should not get poisoned.
Well, it's a homunculus's like needle pistol. So
Okay.
As soon as they're
like-
near us, we're in big trouble.
you'll be fine.
That's what you say now.
And
Yeah,
now,
your rolls are terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I will give you that. Okay, cool.
Cool.
That's good.
I
I
will,
like that.
I will
That's a-
give you
it's a
this
feature,
guy
not a
can
bug.
only shoot Gunnar. He's the only person he's in range of because they've only got medium range.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you should
So
do that.
yep, cool. So
one, yeah.
you got 6.
This one's in range of nobody.
Cool. So he's also going to.
Special effects, y'all.
Dave.
2, 3, 4. No.
What a tears.
No.
No.
They're tier 5.
4. So
All of them.
The Poxwalkers aren't.
Was that both rolls?
Yeah. I figured.
no, there's only
Oh, only that
only
one.
that
Yep.
one's in range.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which means I'm targeting the one that isn't in range, I guess.
Okey-dokey.
So, pointing at the Death Guard who has done nothing and is slightly out of range, sort of pulling
Yeah.
up his bolter and getting in, I hold the Hecker Staff, focus forward, reach out with my mind, and for the first time I'm going to unleash some real psychic power. As Ramos says... What am I going to say? Gotta be cool.
It has to
Gonna
be
be
cool.
epic.
I got a sound effect ready.
It says
Make
cool
okay.
words.
Something badass.
Something cool.
All right. I'll teach you to respect the powers of the mind you cast aside, Death Guard. And I use Royal Blood.
Damn.
Boil blood costs 3 spirit. It says, do no damage. Apply 3 burn to the target as I begin to literally boil the blood in the Death Guard's veins with my Pavoni Biomancy.
So how much damage was that?
No damage. Puts
Gunnar
burn 3 on
freezes
him.
like mid-swipe and looks over and just like that Obama nod of approval. You know, like,
Not bad.
There's like steam and pus and boils that start to pop and hiss as this heat is rising inside the Death
So
Guard.
what did it do?
It would just burn 3.
Burn 3.
Burn 3 is at the start of every combat. They
So next-
take that amount of damage, and then it reduces by 1.
Yeah, and that is not.
No negation.
No negation,
He's just he's on fire from the inside.
Cool,
So
cool.
he'll take 3, then 2, then 1. And that's
That's full round.
which means you
We
get to
st-
maybe heal.
Yeah, to maybe heal. So do I roll once for each? Yeah.
For anyone, only for the Death Guard Marines
Yeah,
that are taking
so-
damage, which
but-
is just the captain, right?
And the poxwalkers? Is that
No, no. So the captain and the 2 Oh no, because the other 2 didn't take damage. Right.
Yeah, just the captain.
So-
and on a success, he heals. He
On a
does not
success,
heal.
he does not
But he
heal.
does it every turn.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. So
oh, that's gonna suck.
top of the
heavy.
round.
Where-
Now Death Guard boy takes 3 damage, and his burn goes to 2.
Yep, yep. So the other death. Yep, cool.
Banner boy.
Except the leader gets to.
He
It just-
already
they
did
just
his
went in
action.
the mix. Yeah,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All right, sick.
Can I ask another combat question? I don't know if this comes up often or not. If there is something in front of the model that you want to target, is there like some sort of move that the model in front could perform? Like a what's it in
Switcheroo or
40K?
something.
Look out, sir.
Look out, sir. Yeah. Like
Not currently.
But
But
is
there,
that-
there are a couple like in the shield related to positioning bonuses.
Okay.
Cover, things like that.
Okay.
But not generically, no.
yeah, okay. Interesting.
Could do something with their feet. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as bolts fly and bolts fly both ways, toxin continues to pour into the chamber, and the Death Guard move forward. We start our second round of combat.
Spooky.
This one is going to step this way.
Oh, I'm afraid that's going to hurt. As blood First time it's ever happened!
Yes.
As blood oozes from his bleed.
Bleed 2.
Ah,
No, that's the one in front of you. This one's
Oh,
bleed 1.
okay,
So bleed
Oh, so
is
that-
every time they move, they take that much damage.
okay. One blade. So
Blood oozes from the...
That's our
There we go.
first. This is a
Blown
moment.
out
This
of
is our
him.
first ever bleed applied damage.
Yeah, that's literally first time
ever. We made
That's
history
exciting.
today.
noise.
Gross.
So that these 2 are going to step forward. So the 2 Death Guard start to advance, and yep. So that's going to be their move for the moment.
I'm going to stay put. Is the captain staying put?
He appears to be staying put.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will also not move.
If you're in contact with someone, you can't move and remain in contact with them, can you?
No, you get no free move. You
Yeah.
can. There are actions that let you do moves, but like
Okay.
Murray has.
I remain where I am, snarling and tearing.
All right. Well,
Rip and
I
tear until it is done.
can't move to the side anymore because Marie is there.
Sods.
Yeah, you're a little hemmed in there unless Murray moves.
Do you want to? You can tell me.
Do you want to be at the front?
I want to be at the back so I can go back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right. I will move into that position.
All right.
After you, Space Marine.
All right. Cool.
Is that what Sneric says?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'll just wordlessly move up. Still firing. All right. In that case, maybe I'll lead first this time.
If you want to,
I'm going
If you
to
do.
target the pox water. The pox water.
Oh, I hate pox water.
Pox
Avoid
water
that.
is the worst.
Don't drink it.
Yeah, basically the immediate threat that isn't already tangling with Gunner.
Cool.
And I will empty the rest of my magazine into it and use Displace Enemy.
Okay.
Just on the off chance that if it survives this, I'm going to sort of tangle up the enemies behind it, hopefully.
Like push it away. Yeah, cool.
It is going to shoot at Ramos.
Cheeky. Okay, well that brings me into the mix. Seeing that it is about to fire at me, but unfazed as Ceneric raises his bolter, Ramos continues his motion, and he's got this outstretched hand, and now he like pulls it in to crush. As I'm going to boil blood again on the same guy. I'm just going to burn all my spirit real fast.
Burn stack? Burn doesn't.
Yeah, it's stack.
Does it?
Yeah. Remember I said I have one ability that might be OP? I'm using the crap out of it.
Okay.
But it burns 3 spirit every time. I'm going to run out. Super quick.
Yeah. Okay. Does the
If I hit, and it still burns spirit.
has it applied the burn yet?
Yep.
Should be 3 straight up damage.
Yeah. 3 damage,
Yeah, cool.
and then he's now got burn 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So
Unless he has burn 5. That'd be cool.
That would.
Just saying.
we can be rolling. So
Okay,
the
so
Poxwalker's roll.
same guy again, and he's going to shoot Ceneric. So the
yeah, nice little close circle.
loop. So the Poxwalker.
I feel like maybe something we've missed here is the leader had the option to declare first. We have gone first both rounds, but actually the leader could have gone first.
Going first is kind of worse, though.
You reckon?
I've been thinking about it. I think you want to go last because, like, you attacking me removed my options. Because as soon as I was attacked by a Poxwalker, I was like, well, now I don't know if I should use my ability that gives me poison resistance. I have to pick an ability now, so I'm going to do something else. So
Yeah.
going last is kind of better
Yeah, okay.
because you get to be reactionary. The more
Yeah.
information on the table, the better.
Yeah, maybe having an ability that can activate at the
Is he
start
lost
of the round
Yes.
could be a good leader thing.
Oh, does he also
and
he has a lead. That's all good.
We need to do something.
Yeah,
before they
maybe
kill
like
us.
an order they can do something to
I like
bolster
that's
minions.
a cool idea. I'm going to write that down. Yeah, thanks, Murray.
So, Ceneric, fire your bolter.
Oh, all right.
Holy moly,
Well,
2, 3,
5
4.
successes.
Yay!
yay.
The Poxwalker.
Nope. 3.
Okay, which then leads to me with my glorious psychic powers as I manifest.
Oh my gosh.
7 successes. Unlimited power for the Emperor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did you get?
7
7.
successes.
So you.
So
yeah.
Poxwalker's bullets just like patter off my armor, doing completely nothing at all. While you succeeded against the Poxwalker, yeah?
Yes, I did.
So what did you get?
I got 5 successes.
5 successes. So you still take the damage because this one got
Okay.
5 and was aiming at you.
All right.
So you take 5 points of damage,
Okay.
and you take 1 poison.
Oh, so the death got for Ceneric. Oh, and he got more.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, you got the same.
Okay, yeah, nice.
So
Okay. Ooh.
cool. That's a nice little loop? Does anyone want to target either Ceneric, Ramos, the second Poxwalker, or the second Death Guard Plague Marine?
No.
No.
No. Cool.
I have to do it because it's my only chance to play as a Space Marine forever. Sickening boil pop as one of his big blisters just and like literal steam and the smell of cooked meat, blood starting to run from his nose as I'm like lighting him on fire from the inside. And there is that glint as the humors, the balance are breaking as Ramos is clearly kind of enjoying the first time he's ever been able to use his powers on another Space Marine. As he's like matched for the first time against an equal and he's superior.
Hey.
All right. So I end up taking 1 damage
Yeah.
and are afflicted with 1 poison. Mm-hmm. However,
Oh, wait a minute. How much armor do you have?
4 now.
4 now. Yeah.
Yeah. So you did 5, so I take 1. However, if I spend another knack, yes.
Grit
Grit this time.
reduces damage.
Yes, but if I spend a knack to that roll,
Yeah.
I would have succeeded and gone to 6.
I think
other than
you-
5.
That's true. And you just wouldn't have. Either way, you wouldn't take damage or poison. You can either use Knack. You can use Knack.
So if I take 0 damage,
you don't take
I
poison.
don't do
Poison specifically says you
Okay.
must take damage to be poisoned.
Okay.
Burn
Then
is you must hit
I'll
to
spend a
apply
grit.
burn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to get through
So
that immediately.
Yep. Cool. So,
Yeah.
so, sorry, yeah.
Moving into the effects of my abilities, my damage is at -2, so I do 4 damage and 1 bleed. And then since this is a lesser enemy, I use Displace Enemy, which the ability of that is that I get to sort of redirect them. I get to move them 1 square.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is actually get this Walker to stumble to his left, blocking off the Chaos Lord from Gunnar.
Very cool.
I see.
Dance!
Just making it a lot harder for the big band to get to us.
Are those Poxwalkers looking raggedy yet?
Yeah. Well, that one's dead.
Oh, well.
It falls to the ground.
Stumbles and dies.
And by the way, I do want to add another fun thing.
Thank you
I
for-
don't think you even thought about that. Bleed is anytime they move.
Yes.
Not voluntarily. So
Good
that
catch.
ability combos with bleed. You can forcibly move them and they take bleed damage.
Nice.
That's great.
One thing I did forget to mention. Starting your turn next to the Poxwalker, because I forgot this other things.
Yeah.
You start to feel like this acrid, like stinging smell that has been permeating your nose becomes to the point you're feeling both like your heart's in tandem. You take 1 poison. You have 1.1 level of poison.
Poop. That's
So,
my rolls are now
The
neg
good
1.
news is on this is you only have it while it's adjacent to you.
To move
So
away
it specifically
and
says you count as having poison 1 if you're next to them. It doesn't automatically stack a poison on you.
Well, I'm just going to have to get you out of my way.
Isn't it the worst when the person who literally wrote the rules is at the table? And at any point, please feel free to just say, no, I've decided that it gives him poison. You can do that. You're GMing the game. I'm just trying to clarify rules.
I am deciding that it gives him the 1 poison, just to, like as you said, until one of the Plague Marines hits him. So,
Okay.
because that bumps it up. So that will be the point that it's like, no, you're now at this level.
Okay.
Yep. So,
Because they do poison. Okay.
yeah, they increase poison.
Gotcha.
Well, that's the combo. So he counts as having poison 1, which means targeting them, they have poison 2 on their attack,
Yeah.
not poison 1.
No!
So if you can kill it quickly,
Yes.
you won't
Okay.
get. Yeah.
Well, I am attacking the Poxwalker. I'm going to be using dual will. Dual. I didn't think of that. That's nasty.
Yeah, but
Okay.
also the Chaos Lord is going to use his his pounce ability to move him to here.
Oh, you gave him the monster card.
Yes. And he's going to attack you with his Man Reaper.
That
no.
sounds weirdly like.
Sexual.
Yeah.
It's something that I'm like
Get
cool.
ready.
It's something that's it's something that's like the concept of it is so cool, and but when you really think about the name, it is extremely cool.
Yeah.
But the fact that just anything that you put the word "man" in front of is going to be like.
There's something about Reaper too.
There's 2
Yeah.
great things that just happened here. Is one, he just moved again and he's got bleed.
I gotta get in. I gotta get in.
He does have. Yeah.
And the other thing is, because of Marie, he's poisoned, so he has neg 1 off his dice pool. Because Marie's needle pistol is
Nice.
is giving him the homunculus.
Literal
moves.
taste of his own medicine.
Well, yeah, worse medicine.
he is loving it.
Slanesh made this one. Bang. Oh no, it's just endorphins. I wanted mega death.
Yeah, I love the idea that like
They hit me with
he's-
serotonin.
Yeah.
Warm fuzzies, get it out.
Well, it's the idea that like there's the whole thing like at least during the Horus Heresy, the Death Guard would celebrate victories by drinking the most powerful nerve toxins they
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
So I love the idea that he's just been hit with. He's like, oh, this is new.
It's literally
He's
just
digging it on
fiberglass
a
in his
different
veins.
level. It's just distracting him.
Yeah.
He's got
You're going at me now.
So the homunculus in front of I've got homunculus on the brain now. The Poxwalker in front of you is going to attack you, as is.
You're doing Poxwalker first. So
No. So you can attack. So that's going to be a straight roll off. But
yeah,
then
but
also
who's going first? Who's making the first?
you
move?
were, right?
The-
You were.
was it
You
the
called
leader?
it.
No, it's
So the
you.
leader just pounced.
the leader's pounce as well, but that's also because you've activated.
Technically, it would be.
Is the pounce an attack? Is there an attack with the pounce?
Yes.
Yeah. So have you rolled?
No, I have not.
Okay,
but I'll say if you're attacking the Poxwalker, then that's going to be a closed circuit.
I see. So I'm.
So you're attacking first.
He moved
He's going
after
to.
I
Yeah.
said what I'm doing.
Yes.
So essentially, think of it like he's been just sort of waltzing around, and the
I'm-
moment
yeah.
that you're like, "I'm going to attack the Poxwalker," he's like, "I'm going to get
Cheeky
you."
bastard. You play games, I can tell. I was going to dual wield, so claw and pistol right into this little bastard.
Oh, yep.
10 dice, please.
We have a brilliant comment here, which is that the only thing that could possibly poison this guy was he got shot with essential oils. It's not poison at all. It's like lavender. My stink!
No,
It's mortine for all his flies.
is that poopery?
I got 4.
Okay, he also got 4. I'm taking one away, so that's going. So he's
I'm going to use knack.
Was that the Poxwalker?
Oh
Sorry.
no, I got 3!
Oh, you're -1.
Why did you get 3?
because he's one poisoned.
Okay, so what you need to do, you didn't necessarily get 3.
Oh, because
I just re-rolled the roll
All
with
right.
9 dice.
All right.
Or
Sorry,
50-50 it.
everyone. Maybe that's the way to do it.
Just a coin flip if you kept a success
so
or a
success
failure.
I keep it. So yeah, okay.
Okay,
cool.
so
Okay.
you
So I got
lost the
4.
miss. 4 successes.
Oof, intense.
So you're
So I got
spending.
4. I'm gonna spend a knack
Spend a
just
knack.
because
Win.
I count as having the poison
Okay.
to do extra. Yeah.
And the.
Yeah. So I got 5 in my roll.
You
now
got
you're
5.
rolling for the big boy.
Yep. Let me just make sure. Yep.
Oh my god. You were right. Your dice rolls are awful.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you.
Yay! What'd you
4.
get? Yay! Hooray!
Lucky.
No, it just moves me up 1.
I'm
And
still
attacks, yeah.
boned.
It's just a standard attack.
is
But
not a
that
good
would have been a
situation.
7 damage attack.
Yeah. No, that would have. Yeah, 7. Yeah.
All right. I
So
do.
that. So yeah.
I was just gonna say my damage, but
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter.
it's dead. Yay!
Hey,
That one cleaved through the middle.
no longer poisoned.
Yes, I'm no
Oh, yeah,
longer
I can see
poisoned.
That was important.
Yes. Thank you for the reminder.
Well, we do have one more Death Guard guy who could choose to attack into you knowing you got
Yes.
5 successes. If
The
you wanted
other
to.
Death Guard is also. So the first Death Guard's going to stay where he is, and he's going to pump you full of Volta rounds.
As the mist of the putrid blood sprays and falls to the ground, and the Poxwalker in front of me, I turn to the Death Guard who is now face to face with me, and I have just fended off his attack with, my knack and bit of luck.
The air is that little bit cleaner, and we're just beginning.
As you do, you turn and face as you go, and you say the air is a little bit. As these bolters just
Hail of Boltifier.
You're lying, goddammit!
Hail of Boltifier.
hail a bolt of fire. So 5 damage.
Okay.
5 damage, and you take 1 point. Get 1 point of poison.
I
So-
would.
All right. I've got.
Game designer here. I would say he'd take 2 because
2.
death should happen. It's a simultaneous.
Yeah.
That Poxwalker technically dies from the attack, but his effect would last
okay.
until.
So now I. But that doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Blocks poison. Grit.
Grit. Oh, does
reduces damage. So you reduce his damage from 5 to 4, then your armor blocks it. And you don't take damage, you don't take poison.
I use grit.
Go for it.
Thank you, Dave.
That one guy at the table. I'll shut up if you want.
No, it's
if you
good,
want me to
it's
shut up,
good.
I'll shut up and stop helping people.
It's like we're at the hobby shop learning how to play the game. This is how you learn.
I just really want to win. I hate death.
We've got the best of both worlds. Dave's pointing out that you'd still be affected by poison, but you can avoid all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanna make sure it's
swung
fair on
in
both
two
sides.
directions aggressively right there.
Yeah.
This is so much worse for you, and it means nothing to you. It's like-
You spend your resources.
yeah. So, Hound, let's just recap there. You were basically saying because it's simultaneous, and I had a 1 poison during that attack.
Yep.
The Death Guard's attack would effectively, because they apply a poison based on how much poison they have, that
Yep.
would apply as 2.
Yep.
But because poison only applies if damage applies,
Yep. If you physically reduce their HP.
and that's the same way that what is it? A pierce would only apply if you do damage. You can have 1 pierce, no damage, does no damage, right? Like
1 pierce, no damage. Well, so pierce
is different 'cause of
effectively
armor.
reduces their armor. So basically, burn and stun.
so bleed.
So here's the simple distinction: burn and stun are on hit effects.
Yeah.
So you hit them, doesn't matter if you do damage, they affect. Poison and bleed are on damage effects.
Okay.
You hit them, you got to actually hurt them
So
to get the
bleed
effect in.
1, a weapon with bleed 1 only applies bleed if you do
If
any
you do
damage.
damage,
Okay,
yes.
cool. Thank you for clarifying. Great. Cool.
At which point, I believe that makes it the top of the round again.
Marie!
Oh no, Marie, sorry. Marie, apologies.
Okay. I want to shoot the captain.
Okay. So how much ammo does your guns have again?
She's got 1 more shot on the needle pistol,
Okay.
and 2 more shots on the architect pistol.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
Why?
I'm just learning ammunition here.
Oh, okay.
I gotta reload the next round.
So you were
So
like,
Yeah, Cineric does nothing next round.
I also will probably do nothing next round. Anyway, but I'm going to use Run Them Dry on him, which has cost me 3 spirit to use.
Oh, that's a cool one.
It's really cool, but it's best used if you've got max ammo with both guns.
Oh, is that because it's an X?
It's per ammo you spend. So because you've only got 1 ammo, you won't get any
Well, I was going to
bonus.
use that.
You get 1 plus 1, and that's all you'll get for using both your guns. So you want to use it when you freshly reloaded, and it's like your finisher. You can use it now.
No, it's fine.
I just don't want to die.
No, it's fine. I'll just dual wield. Yo.
all right. In the meantime, I have to make a decision whether I spend a turn reloading
Poison doesn't
or
stack.
draw a sword.
Yeah, because the rifles don't have a quick reload
No.
feature like the pistols do.
You also have
Gotta reload something the size of a large textbook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next turn.
well, you have to shoot to use that.
So reload would just be like
that's good for
It's
your
an
next
action.
turn with the pistol.
Yeah.
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 So Marie lowers both her guns again and points at the captain and says, "You will not escape, Death Guard."
she says, leaning behind like
That was
6
good.
rolls
That was good.
between
That
3
was good.
space
So he
marines.
got, from memory, he got a
good.
5.
Yep.
So that hits.
Yeah.
Now poison doesn't stack. So
Poison does not stack.
But she
unless
actually
you're a Death
used
Guard.
her Archaeotech pistol instead, which has pierce 1, so it's 5 damage pierce 1 instead of 5 damage poison 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so deals 2.
We're getting them.
We actually are, yeah.
We're actually really getting them. Except Cineric and these 2 are out of ammo. So there's gonna be some reloading happening.
Yo.
Someone's taken a hit.
Yeah, now, like, it's actually this next round where vulnerabilities are going to be noticeable.
And you get to heal.
I do. So let me. The guard. So the big guy heals 1,
The leader.
The leader's wounds restore slightly.
and Death Guard 1.
great. They
Death
remake
Guard
that
1
bad
still
noise.
has weight. Death Guard 1. Also.
Burn victim saves 1, gains a health. So both of them restore to health.
Yeah. So you watch as like the various sort of scars on these Death Guards start to sort of knit together, not in any sort of like pleasing way, just sort of almost like a second skin underneath just closes over under the scar.
But then it's the top of the next round.
Yes.
And Bernie Boy can enjoy 5 damage.
5 points of
Imagine
damage.
like a fly getting caught in that as soon as it was like fusing together.
Oh yeah. There's like just like glowflies wriggling underneath. Just sort of move up into the. I told you it was going to be gross. Cool. And with that, it is the top of the round.
Yeah.
Top of the round.
Top of the
Yeah.
round.
Top of the round to you.
So who wants to go first?
Not me.
No, actually,
I'll do
not-
it.
not me.
I mean, if you're gonna.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty pissed off. He was put in some reasonably compromising scenarios, but knowing that time is of the essence in this poisonous situation, Gunnar prepares all of his strength.
We know you're gonna.
Yes, thank you. But Gunnar isn't a gunner in this situation. He's a clawer. He's going to be a clawer. Get it?
It's a bed.
it's terrible.
Bed for
Yeah.
claws.
Yeah.
It's terrible because clearly, like, literally only because of my book, I know that the name Gunner means warrior. Like, so it's like, you're not a gunner, you're a warrior. Like, but yeah.
I'm going to use Finisher, which is a 3 spirit ability that gives me critical hit and critical damage,
And you're going to do it on Captain.
and +2 to damage.
Hell yeah.
You want that,
It's going to hurt.
Yeah.
fatality.
Which finisher are you using? RKO, it's Cold Stone, Cold Stunner.
What?
He's using the one where he pulls their heart out.
Yeah, it rips the spine
Kalima.
out.
So you're targeting the leader, the champion. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, did we do a movement phase? Is anyone moving? I am moving.
I can't.
If anyone wants to move.
Everyone's like, we're happy.
No one's
Little
moving.
guys,
good.
little squishy, smelly fellas. Cool. Well, they're just chilling. Okay.
So you targeted the leader.
Yep.
Awesome. And the leader is fighting who?
The leader is going to use his deadly stench ability.
Uh-oh.
Mine.
Can I have?
Takes me back to high school.
I got 7. 7 with 2 crits.
Does that have critical miss or no? Just
No,
crit
it's
crit?
just crit hit, crit damage, which means that on top of rolling 2 more dice, that's another hit. So it's 8. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was 8. But I get +2 in the damage.
Okay. So
Can you crit on
3.
Huh? No,
that was-
because
that
the
was his
second,
extra.
the other crits don't apply.
No.
That was the extra roll. I rolled.
Interesting.
Yeah.
so he got 6.
We were gonna.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
more fair. So you got 8. He got 6. That pulls Ceneric into the action
Yes,
though, because
it
his
does.
attack targets Ceneric as well.
So
I get a defensive roll if I'm reloading, yes?
Yeah, reloading is just a defense roll, and it auto succeeds. You can't be interrupted on reloading. So even if you fail, you reload. But
Okay.
Yeah. So you just roll your weapons roll, but you can't do damage.
Okay. Yep, I'm just gonna reload.
Cool.
okay. So roll your defensive roll.
Well, a big fart is occurring.
The big stinky.
Oh, disgusting.
How much damage do you do on this attack? Sorry, how much damage and with what pierce?
Death Guard, that's really smelly. Stop it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Ooh,
So
close.
Did he get
He got
6?
6.
he got 6. So you take what would it be? So it's
5.
5 points of damage and 2 stun.
Okay.
As he steps forward, you've hit him, but as he sort of coils back, his chest almost like expanding, as he doubles over, both these sort of filters on his respirator like out with this big gust of green gas
Right.
permeating around you. You feel this sort of like this poison start to affect your senses.
Okay. And what does stun do? How does that
You
work?
get neg 2
Your
dice
next roll
turn.
has 2 neg dice.
Okay. Is there any way to combat that? Power armor has stun 1 resist.
So you take 1 stun.
Okay.
So
It
it
just
needed 1
reduces
then.
it by 1.
Okay. And that one's also on hit. That's not.
It's just has to hit you.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Ooh. Does their power armor
Now-
have bleed resist?
I believe it just has stun resist.
Okay.
All right. I shall take the 1 damage because it doesn't inflict poison, correct?
Well,
Yeah, it does. It's got poison 1 as well.
it does.
while
Okay.
this is happening, the
All their attacks
other
do.
the
Yeah, I'll
Plague
spend a
Marine
grit
on the
then.
left is going to take a shot at Gunner. Actually, first, how much damage do you do for your attack?
Yeah, so I do 3 weapon damage, bleed 1, PS1, +2 for the attack, +2 for the crits.
So
7 damage.
7 damage.
PS1.
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 So okay.
And bleed stacks.
Yeah. I can't imagine he's moving anytime soon, though.
Or uses abilities.
Oh, does
Oh,
bleed
yeah.
activate on the
Might not
abilities?
on monsters. I think we won't do it on monsters.
Okay.
Does he look like we've made a dent?
He's looking rough. He's looking very rough.
He got 6 successes, didn't he?
Yeah.
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 So
Is that what you're thinking about your move?
the Plague Marine on the left is going to shoot at Gunner. How many did you get again?
8.
8.
Are you sure you want
Well,
to
I
do
can't. I don't think he can.
Yeah, he
oh
can
no,
shoot
he can
Ceneric.
shoot Ceneric.
Yeah.
that? Who got
Yeah,
5?
I got
Got
5.
5. So
Should I just go for it against the leader?
Yes.
To finish him off?
Yeah.
Blood boil, is that what you mean?
No, I got a
So
different.
he
I
got
have a
6.
RNG finisher.
So
Do it.
Yeah, I'm assuming
As
you've been
you-
applying the burn and all that.
as he fires off his bolter at you, these like green smoke trailing rounds slamming into you. You take 5 points of damage, and you have poison. Whatever your poison level is at the moment, you have +1 to that.
Yep. All right. So
Sound's
so
going
what-
really weird. Sound is like trailing in and out like crazy for us.
Talking to your
now
mic,
it's now it's
Dragon.
Hello.
No, you're good.
okay.
Am
It's
I here?
stabilized.
Yep.
Someone must have
Okay.
been bumping a cable or something.
Okay.
Cool. You noticed it too, yeah?
Yeah.
okay. So
That's all good.
I've
won't be
avoided
a
taking
headphone
taking poison so far.
Yeah. So you take 1 point of damage, 1 poison, which lowers your rolls by 1 for the rest of the fight. So you've now basically your rolls are now lowered by 2 for the next one.
Yep. And there's no restriction on how many times I can spend grit.
Except how
In
many you've
combat.
got. No, you can use
Yeah.
this again.
You know what? Considering I'm also stunned, I want, and I've just reloaded, I want as little to affect me as possible. So I'm going to spend my second last grit.
That will you'll still get hit with that.
Oh yeah, because it still does it. Okay, it's not worth it then.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Because he like you would be spending a grit to match him,
Yeah.
in which he would still get hit.
Oh, that's knack. He's talking about grit to not take damage.
Oh, not take
so he's
damage.
just stopping the poison, which he can do with the grit.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he takes 5 damage minus 4 from armor, 1.
So yeah, 1 with grit and then
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you can spend.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that
Cool.
then.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Do I do it? He got 6 successes. That's a hard roll to beat.
Do it.
Do it.
What did I do? So that was
That one
this
shot's generic. Yeah, he hasn't declared anything.
Okay, he's also going to shoot Generic. Where
Okay.
he is.
Rude.
Dogpiling on the Dark Angel.
Yep.
It's kind of hilarious.
This way I can map it out.
It's not for me.
No, but I kind of picture that you're like the
4,
tough one
5.
as well. Everyone's
So
tough.
5, he's matched you. Mm-hmm. So you take 5 points damage and 1 poison.
And you spend another grit. It's your last grit.
It is. I feel like it would be good to hold a grit for later, but at the same
It also
time,
will weaken you in the next
yeah,
round if you
and like
take it
that's
now.
only going to snowball if you're going to keep hitting me with poison.
That's the temptation with these is you kind of want to use them early, but you burn them up when they're gone.
Well, I mean, this is Death Guard, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend my last grit. And there we have it.
Okay, I'm going to jump in.
Do it.
Go for it.
All right. Hopefully this works. This is a big gamble. As this would be a big letdown. As Ramos, twisting the magic, like lets go of the spell he was casting, pulls out his plasma pistol with like a furl of the gun, aims it at the leader, the Plague Champion. And then the Space Marines in the room recognize this as his thumb just flicks the gauge on it, just completely off, like full safety off. The gun just starts violently vibrating as he just goes, that's enough filth out of you! And like overcharge fire my plasma pistol, which could kill me. So I have a lot of dice, but I have critical miss.
Oh my goodness.
Two crit miss.
Oh, that's 2 crit miss.
But
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Right.
6, 7, 8.
So 8 success. How many did the Death Guard leader
He
get?
got 6.
So 8 successes. The
7,
2 critical
6.
misses take 2 away. So
you're
6
6.
successes, which is a success. I take 2 pure damage as the plasma gun overheats, arcs through, and like my ceramite begins to melt and lock on my arm. I take 2 damage. Not as bad as it could have been.
But no one's targeted you, so you apply the damage to... sick.
He takes 7 damage
7.
with piercing 4, burn 3.
Oh, yeah, no. He's dead.
And my plasma gun is cooked.
Worth.
Yeah, so that's a 1 and done. Massive, just satisfying the aim straight for those vents on his head.
Like the whole upper half is just gone. There's this like dispersing fireflies as they just sort of burst off into the into the ether.
You,
Turn into little sparks.
you friend of ours, seem rather adept at cleaning up heretic filth.
I hold out an unclawed hand while the other two Death Guard are at a distance.
I accept your hand because I'm the only person standing next to you.
We're reaching around you. It's like it's kind of a hug. We're hugging you at the same time. I'm reaching past. It's like this. It's like I reach around and it's like this.
Kiss.
It's like it's a Space Marine sandwich.
Now, this is a fanfic right here.
And Marie's just like, I'm out.
I was going to say,
tentacles make
while it
sense.
is an unfamiliar, I don't have a symbol that would match you. Your old history with the Space Wolves may recognize the old Imperial, the Unification War Terran salute, the fist thumping to chest before the Aquila came about, as I attempt to acknowledge your prowess in combat, because we just double team that guy like
Hell
crazy.
yeah. Boom.
Don't say that elsewhere from the roleplay.
Don't clip that.
Good thing you only had to thump your chest because that locked ceramite isn't doing much else.
Do clip the Space Marine hug, though, because that was a nice moment.
Yes.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
that was the triumph of our campaign.
Well, that was a round.
Yeah.
No, we still got one guy left, right?
Two guys left.
Jen gets a turn.
Go, Jen. Guess what? You reload.
Just because we're finished hugging doesn't.
The funny thing is,
I love the idea that like you just had this. I love like the two of you have just had this moment where the three of you just had this moment where you're like, God, yes, we are brothers after all. Give us a hug. Give us a. And Jen's Marie just standing there like, guys.
in all the drama of all of this, Jen's actually out of range of all targets,
Yeah, it's true, actually.
and you reload.
I reload.
Would you like to? Oh no,
They're out of range.
excellent.
Yeah,
so
Yeah, I just knew you couldn't do anything.
with that,
Only reload
the
one gun. Would be one, and that would be two.
a hole is just blasted in the captain's chest as he like crumbles backwards. The other two stand firm. Who would like to go first?
Oh, do they take their burn down?
What, is
Okay.
anyone
Oh,
moving?
the one of them does. Yeah.
Do movement phase.
Yeah, you're
So
You know what?
Can I do mine?
I'll move. If only to allow Marie to move up. Yep, so I'll move to there.
yeah. Marie,
How close do I have to be to use my thing?
I think about that close.
And
And even if they move, they
How
won't.
close do I have to be to use the thing?
One step closer than you were, and you're in range.
Yeah.
So if I
which is now.
charge...
No, you're there.
No,
you're
you're
now.
there.
You're there.
You're there.
You just
I
have to
moved
move
you. You're good.
one step closer.
Yep.
Which you,
So you're in range.
And
Use
then
that.
they're not going to move back. So.
oh, you have to be adjacent to them, and
Yeah,
they have to
so I thought-
damage you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they haven't moved yet, so you still have your action.
I didn't think we'd be beating them, so
They could move, it's fine. And
I
then
forgot
I can
the potency
do
of
this,
us having
right?
doing a tiny mini campaign and not having any encounters that cause us to spend our resources.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's more we've been able to dump all like you've
Yeah.
spent 4 grit in one
Yeah.
combat. That's
Knack
meant
and
to be
grit.
like
Yeah.
you get your choice of knack or grit 1 per day back.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
like a long-term adventuring resource.
Yeah.
You're just like
Yeah.
yeah, one shot save.
Okay.
Always the way.
Hey, you gotta go hard on the finale.
That's it. It's got to be satisfying. So
So who wants to do their action first? I would like to move actually. Could you move me 1 step closer to the death guard?
I also move
All
one
right.
step closer. I am now adjacent with the Death Guard.
So, as the Death Guard spent the first half of the combat moving up on us, now the tables have turned.
Now the turns have tabled.
My choices are basic. I'm happy to go first if everyone else wants to.
Go for it.
Cool. Plasma gun smoking, corpse of the plague champion falling, striding forth with this renewed sense of purpose.
They don't move.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
Ramos just starts marching, and then he lifts back his Heca staff, and then he just said, "By the powers invested of me by the Emperor, I will banish your filth." And then I'm just going to cast Adapt and Strike, which is my basic move. Manifesting, and I choose to inoculate myself against poison this turn. So I have Resist Poison 1. And 10 dice. Targeting the guy that I've been damaging this whole time.
Okay. He is going to once again shoot at Cineric. because that worked well for him last time.
I got
Rude.
4 successes.
I love that he won't even shoot me back. He's just shooting someone else.
He got. Oh, cool. Yeah, now my dice turn around.
Holy mackerel.
He got 6. 6? Yes, 6.
Okay. This could be interesting. This was what I was going to use. Would this have any effect on what he just rolled?
No, the stun is always the next
That's next
turn.
round. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
So you have 2 stun this round.
1 stun because the
Oh, 1
power
stun, yeah.
armor.
So you have 1 less dice than you would normally roll.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to use. Okay.
Musical head pats. Time with the Doom music.
I'm going to use saturated fire in response. So I'm just going to jam my finger down on this fresh mag. And I'm going to use 2 ammo. So a total of 3 because you use 1 just to fire. And gain +2 to hit. Which equates to 2 extra dice.
Yes.
Essentially, yeah, you've just guaranteed 2 hits on your.
No, it's more dice. It's not guaranteed. It's not
Oh,
free.
okay, so it's
free
just 2 extra
successes.
dice. So you would
Yes.
get 1 extra dice than you normally roll.
Yep.
Whilst you roll, could you please give us your best the Space Marine scream? Please.
Pretty good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. I got 6.
You got 6. You know what?
Ooh.
It's a day.
Murray, resource man. If he can
Yeah.
spend, no one can.
Hey, I got targeted by like all the death guards.
True.
That's true.
It's time to pay a little back. Yeah, I'll trade. I'll spend a knack and trade.
Yeah, both take damage, yeah.
Mutually
make it
assured
count.
destruction.
That's it.
So how much damage is that?
That is going to be 6 with bleed 1. And it's going to inflict 2 stun on you.
2 times. 2 stun. Wait, what did you end up? What was the final result for your dice roll? Was it
6.
6? So we matched.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
he takes damage too.
So you take 5 points of damage with 1 poison.
Yep.
Finally, poison.
Finally. And he takes, what was it?
6 damage, 1 bleed.
6 damage, 1 bleed.
And
so,
stun 2.
Yeah. So he is dead.
Hey,
So as he fires off this shot, he's like pummeling backwards against the wall as he's firing off these shots, burying into the ceramite of your armor.
Oh, his corpse would hit the ground. You're blasting chunks out. The inside's bubbling from the. Because he's the boiling blood guy, right?
Yeah, no,
He
he
like
just
cracked the ceramite. It's like steam coming out of a kettle.
he like lands against the wall. The seam at his waist splits and it just pours. Like
High breath.
yeah.
Kettle noise. It's like vaporized blood.
I keep pouring bullets into him, like pinning him against the wall as he keeps venting more and more.
Cool.
And as he slumps down, I say, "Stay down, traitor."
Who would like to go next?
Sure, I'll target the only guy that's there.
He has not been hit this entire time.
How, really?
He's perfectly fine. He's just been standing there pumping shots into you.
Oh, cool. Great.
And me, to be fair.
Oh yeah, fair. That's a good point. I just looked down. I'm like,
Then
why have I not
otherwise,
written
I'd be
him down
fine.
anywhere? And then I'm like, oh, because he hasn't been hit.
Nothing. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Nothing.
Nice.
How many am I away?
You're medium range.
Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, I'm gonna shoot him with the needle pistol this time.
Cool. He is going to attack Gunner.
Ooh, only 3 successes from Jen.
Can I have 10 dice, please?
You are.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
5 successes from the Death Guard. What's Gunnar doing?
So as he pulls out this sort of rusted, sort of gunked up looking chainsaw and like revs it to life, he turns to you.
Well, given that we're facing our final opponent and we're in a cleaning up sort of mood, I'm going to use Finisher again.
Okie dokie.
You were all easy work, really.
1, 2, 3, but no crits.
3, but no crits.
Easy
What did
work.
he
I said
get?
pummels
He
you.
got 5.
This was too easy.
Stop it! Ow!
I mean, he's gonna do a mighty nothing to you.
Cocky, very
That
cocky.
seems. Yeah.
It does. Yeah, they were meant to be ranged in the close guys into
Yeah.
close. Yeah.
That, but even with 5 armor, that means that I still do no damage. Doesn't matter.
No one has 5 armor.
Oh, okay.
They have 4.
He had 5 armor.
No, he has
You
4.
were 4.
He had
He
durability
used
1.
grit.
I kept using grit.
No, because you had doesn't matter.
You can
What?
break.
No, what was
Because
it?
you got broken
You
1.
got broken.
Durability is like health for your armor. So you have
Okay.
4 armor and durability 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're the GM.
So-
just change the number. Just
No,
you're the
it's all
GM.
good.
Just change the number.
No, it's all good.
Change the number.
Change the number. Cool. You take 5 damage.
You take 5 damage from
5
his
points of
chainsaw.
damage.
Damn straight.
You take 5 points of damage. One point of poison. As
Okay.
he jams the blade into the side where the seal, similar flame, where the seal of your waist is. It's,
So with 4 armor and 1
so you take 1 point of
durability-
damage. No, so you take 1 point of damage because you've got 4 armor.
Oh, break his durability.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, yeah. So I take
So
a
he's
damage
gotten through your armor and you get
Yeah.
1 point.
and
of-
1 poison.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
His damage is based exactly on the altar. So Scenaric does 2 damage and 6, 2 at close, 6 at range.
Okay.
So the idea is they don't have melee weapons on that stat sheet. Obviously, if they had a melee weapon, they do more damage.
Yeah.
This one has a chainsaw.
Yeah.
And
that's
chainsaws do. What's your chainsaw do? 5 damage?
5 damage, 2 bleed.
So you take, Jesus,
There you go.
5 damage, 2 bleed,
And 1 poison.
and 1 poison.
Oh, poo. Okay, yeah.
I told you to change the stats.
That's how it's going to work now.
Yeah.
Screw it.
All right.
I was told to play it by the rules. Cool, but that is his turn. So
I think that's all of us.
that's everyone. So top of the round, he's going to do the exact same thing again.
So am I, motherfricker.
Every time you spend spirit, you bleed, remember?
Oh, really?
That's the rule for bleed.
Yeah.
Dems
You take 2 points of damage.
5.
Oof.
For 2 bleed.
Yeah.
Bleed.
Screw it, I'm doing it.
Ooh.
But I'm low on spirit.
Oh, there's just there's a librarian.
I'm really sorry, but I don't have a violin small enough for you right now.
There's just a librarian here.
But don't worry.
Completely able to. No one's touched
This
me.
Plague Marine has stun 2, or it has power armor, so he'd probably stun 1.
So I got 8 with 2 crit. Can I have 2 dice, please? Thank you. Plus 2. 10, please.
Cool.
Yay.
Cool. So how much damage does that do?
That's, oh, okay. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage with Pierce 1, Bleed 1.
Yes, 1 blue, 1 so 3. 7 damage.
What did he roll? The death guard guy.
5.
Yeah, it wasn't a crap roll.
So there we go.
Mine was just awesome.
I literally can't hurt him.
Oh, thank you. What a gift.
So that's good. Unless I do boil blood, but I'm not going to. So I'll just throw in my my adapt and strike. It does have stun, so I may as well just chuck it in. 3 doesn't deal damage.
Nope. I'm assuming everyone else is jumping in.
We're all with you.
Yeah.
I am reloading
Which gun?
the other gun.
Okay.
Generic.
Has it got ammo?
Yeah, I'm going to do the exact same. I'm just going to move from the last foe and just keep empty the rest of the magazine.
True.
Yep.
Using
Roll it.
saturated fire once again.
But I spent it last.
And the stun is now gone, or does stun stay?
Nope. Stun's now gone.
1, yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
So stun's
Right,
now gone.
but I do have poison.
You have
now.
1 point of poison. So yeah.
All right, so I have a total of 8 dice.
And poison just stays, yeah?
Yeah, and it's yeah.
All right, but I spent 1, so I get 1.
I had thought they'd get a few poison onto us a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
Yep.
7.
Yeah. Nice.
That hits. So that's 5 damage.
6.
6 damage.
So they had loser damage because they have poison. Was the idea. They got old poopy bolters that make fart noises instead of having good full metal jackets.
Yes. We all get that you don't like. Cool. So again, bolts fly. This one Death Guard holding his own. He's starting to, there's just this thick mucus, like green mucus, pouring out of the holes in his armor. He's going to take a last swing at Gunner. Oh, for he does not.
Is this a new round?
Yes, this would be top of the round.
Have you
Yeah,
guys done?
We
Reload.
were completely useless.
Cool. All right.
I spent my cool points blowing a guy's head off with a plasma gun.
Does he look injured?
He's looking effed up.
Oh, good.
He's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a noise marine playing, so good call, Jen.
He's not doing any special abilities by any chance, is he?
No,
Damn. Bleed, damn it.
he knows where he is.
He's not targeting me, is he?
No, he's not.
So I'm not in this combat chain. Have we done the fighting? I wasn't paying attention. I was in a
Yeah,
feud.
we're right next to
I've been
So-
targeted. So
He's-
it's a
he's,
new
um,
round. I've been targeted. I'm going to dual wield attack him back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. 10 dice, please.
What?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Do it.
Because I can't get past.
Yeah. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. Yep. So that hits.
Oh, minus. Sorry, I should 50-50 for one of them. Yeah, sorry, we're good. 6.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot. Poison.
That's all right. It would not have mattered.
Yeah.
Imagine the little tokens you could
So that's
put on a sheet
5
that was
damage.
Like poisoned.
Bleed 1, pierce 1.
Bleed.
5. So 5 damage.
Bleed 1, pierce 1.
Pierce 1. Yeah.
2 damage.
2 damage. Yeah. He's dead.
No! Did you remember to heal 2 turns in a row?
What?
You didn't heal him 2 turns in
Oh,
a
no, it's okay. Just
row.
kill him.
Do it.
It's fine.
No, he didn't heal.
He's dead.
Every turn they were supposed to be healing. I feel
yeah.
like we forgot that after the second. He's dead.
Victory for the Emperor.
Yeah, it's fine.
So he charges forward. You bring your claw down to block at his chainsword arm and just jam your claws straight into him
Wow.
over and over and over again.
Could you have made that any more gory?
Yeah. That's not pleasant
I
to
think
look
it
at.
might be dead now.
Meanwhile, Ramos sort of looks at his forearm, at these charred fingers melted through from where the plasma gun had cooked part of his arm. And then you just see him, like, his concentrated gestures makes a few words of magic, and then his wounds just start knotting closed as I, after combat, use regenerate to heal myself.
Gross.
Excuse me.
Can I trust they will remain dead?
Yes, you can. I've seen enough of their corpses to know that much. But you are a surprise. I am sorry for the way you have had to find out about what to us are great ancient disasters, but on this day, you were a loyal follower of the Emperor, and one I was proud to fight beside.
I walk up past Gunnar after, inspecting the corpse in the room and coming back. Actions speak loudest, but the Emperor spoke loudest on this day. This is a victory for the Emperor.
I have seen brothers afflicted by flesh change such as this. What has done this? And like he loosely kicks some tentacle like hanging off the flesh of a death guard.
Weakness of body and mind.
Corrupt God. Traitorous intent.
You see above you, around the room, there's various like little flickers of these fireflies, and as these sort of fireflies flickers, this sporadic buzz seems to fill the canopy of the roof, as it just says weakness. Oh my dear brothers,
It is not weakness that brings me to the grandfather's garden. Oh, I wish you could see it. It is not like the cold, barren light that your emperor provides. You, of the 1,000 suns, standing so proud for one who cast you out like filth. I wonder what you will truly think when you see what has become of your brothers and your corpse emperor.
As there's the one final sort of
Silence, traitor!
Shooting up at the ceiling.
as this last cackle echoes into the darkness, these fireflies sort of sputter out and just sort of like scatter around you.
'Twas bold words from one who speaks through Garian.
What is the status of the ship and our way out? For at the moment, we are entombed.
Charon has, at this stage, like bolted past you, seems to be like making a beeline for the double doors at the far end of the room.
Hiking up his red robe.
At the end of the room.
No, he is like, if you have ever seen a tech priest, like quite literally, like bestial scramble, that is what he is in
This
right
isn't
now.
the
Like,
way we came. This is further in.
yeah.
I'm gonna immediately start bolting after him. And over my shoulder call, beware the tech priest! That is where it all began, when I was trapped.
All right, I bolt as well. Join the fray.
He's running for you see that he is like charging for the control panel on at the side of the door. So he's trying to seems to be trying to open these doors.
Do we know where they lead?
No.
It appears
And
to
he's
be
refusing to acknowledge.
he does not seem to be like
Subdue
he
this lot.
seems to be like completely adamant on getting inside.
Stop him in his tracks!
Yeah, I'd like to attempt to stop him in his tracks.
Okay, what are you doing?
Are we doing like skill stuff, not combat stuff?
If you'd like, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I would like to basically. I've spent enough time with this tech priest to have assessed his physical to non-physical percentage. How flesh and how metal is
He is largely metal, like to the point
Okay.
that he has enough flesh components to still be considered essentially a cyborg or a living thing, but he has upgraded a large part of his person.
I am a master of flesh and biomancy. I'm going to attempt to basically create electrical signal scrambles from his nervous system. So basically from the base of his spine where his like nerves would come out, just create disruption to effectively, the hope would be like disrupt his connection to his cybernetics so he would falter or something like that.
Okay.
I'd like to roll manifest if you're happy for me to do that. That's my magic ability. And whatever you tell me to.
Interesting.
Phil says, how do you run it with your feet glued to plastic bases? That is a very good.
That's an excellent
You
question.
seen Toy
Like
Story?
those armed men in Toy Story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whack, 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 whack.
Or you can like when you're running, you just tilt to one side and then roll. You've got to like correct every so often to not go off course. So what would be manifest? And I will say it's. I don't know. Wisdom. I'll say it's wisdom.
Cool. Pew! Oh, 3 successes.
3. He also got 3.
I'm a spending that.
Yay.
Okay.
Because we have them.
He charges, so you're like basically severing the connection.
But not in a permanent way.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's kind of causing disruption.
He is like, as he starts to think, and you hear him as he sort of starts to, his arms and his limbs and legs start to sort of buckle as he falls to the ground forwards, and you hear him, he's like, no, 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 no. Like, he is like fervently.
Tech priest, confess, what are you ravenous?
I need to know what's in there.
Why?
Because I need to know if this was all for nothing.
We must escape this.
No,
godforsaken
I need to
planet.
know what is in there. That is why we are here. That is why that ship is in orbit.
He's still like pulling himself, trying.
Are
to,
we like catching up at this point?
you'd be, yeah, no, he's fallen over. You'd be
Okay.
easily caught up.
So, like catching up and rounding and standing in front of him, looking down. Do you detect the signature of my brothers?
No.
What is it then?
What is it? What is it? I don't know yet.
We have already awoken such dark things.
We didn't
And
awaken
one
them.
decent enough guy.
The power signature is gone. Is there any sign of my brothers?
No.
What weapons is your ship armed with, Marie?
I give you a list.
Anything impressive?
It's a
Frigate. Yeah, this is 40k. This could be good. Lance batteries. I don't know.
Why?
It is my recommendation that this place is fit for a cyclonic torpedo.
Yeah.
Decommission this hellhole.
No. No. We need to know what's in there.
No, you are being selfish and reckless.
What I speak of is for the good of the Mechanicum.
We act for the good of the Imperium, and you are with us! And I grab him by the collar and subdue him. Call our escape. We're leaving this godforsaken planet, and you have authorities to answer to on our ship. Inform the captain of this disobedience.
Right, well, yes, I'm happy to do so, but we need to get out of here first. So I suggest that if Charon is not of mind, perhaps you should,
Kill him!
Or I'm knocking out, but I don't know how to sign that to you. So however you interpret that as...
Yeah, don't do that action near a space bear.
Yes, deal with your tech priest. And,
Me?
Well, while you guys are with Charon, Ramos turns and takes those final few steps towards the door. Is there any indication I can find of what could be behind it without opening it?
Like panels or
Is there some
schematics.
sort of
Yeah,
roll?
like
Is
any
there,
data.
A convenient logbook, perhaps.
A label on the engineering.
Yeah, no, like, so roll me a. This being in. Well, so it'd be. What's the reflexes? Reflexes and whatever you want.
I will go with understanding. 5 successes.
5 successes. You.
It's a decent roll.
Yeah. You recognize a number of symbols across the door, a number of the pieces. You recognize a few of them. I don't know, because this is the thing where I know you've, like, Astartes have, like, a lot of stuff just downloaded into their brain.
And
but
Thousand Sons more than anyone.
yeah.
Libraries of Tiscar.
You recognize, like, so symbols from the Mechanicum, like, these are, fairly standard. Whatever is inside, you gather, like, first of all, the size of these doors is gargantuan. It's huge. You gather that whatever reasoning for the doors to be this large is to either get whatever is inside out or to get components of whatever is inside in. The other thing you realize is that the symbols and a number of the, sort of lettering across, I cannot remember, I forgot to write it down, the proper titling, but it is essentially, it is, the name is new, you don't recognize the name, but it is basically, what do you call it? Designating essentially like Titan Legion.
Had a feeling.
You turn back, as if you turn back to look, Charon is like staring at you, and like even as Gunnar is holding him, you can see sections of like his, like plating and cabling denting and like starting to tear as he's trying to pull himself towards the door.
Having sort of escorted Marie, like, you know, there was 2 Space Marines on the Tech Priest. I'm going to take a step forwards and say,
The Tech Priest's actions are untoward. However, there is a reason we came down here. Do you see anything?
I propose this door leads to the Collegia Titanica, a titan or workshop, one of your god machines. Is that why you're so frothy?
You see, as he as Charon, you see as he looks up and he sees these symbols, which apparently you get the sense that he did not see them before, and he sort of slumps a little bit. He says, "Yes, and no." He seems to be looking around the room with this intense frustration.
I would suggest that perhaps, given the state of the other machine life forms on this world, I do not wish to face some animated titan foe.
He starts to crawl forward and he's like, "It's the chamber. The chamber is sealed. They were powering this chamber to open the doors. This inside may be untainted."
Does it look like the taint leads into the door?
The taint seems there seems to be rot and stuff growing at the door. It is at the seal, but it seems to be building up around the edges of the door.
You are not in command. We must turn to our
And neither
authority.
are you.
No, but I know who is. Marie. Inquire with the captain what our order is. Do we leave the planet without touching anything and destroy everything in our wake, or do we see if there is a treasure for the Imperium inside?
Charon reaches out, turns, eyes wide as he, one eye, so his mechanical eye just as bright as you have ever seen it, his other eye wide. So he reaches out and he says,
This could mean elevating the sanctified creed to unknown levels.
Marie puts her guns back into their holsters and says, "I will not be informing the captain right now what has happened, but, gentlemen, I believe with all of us, this mission was a complete failure. Now, we found nothing here, and aside from our friend, so we shall be returning to our ship. I will inform the captain as soon as we arrive."
Great wisdom indeed. And you, one step out of line, and I won't hesitate to put you in your place.
he sort of slumps and pulls back, and you feel every sense of resistance against your grip just stops. He's like, "Very well."
Call the ship.
We make our way out.
Well, as they start to walk away, Ramos gives a small nod, says, "So, shall we say our goodbyes then?"
Goodbyes. You don't wish to come aboard? What is
I have a duty. I have a demi-company of men on this world, and I have seen evidence of one dead. My brothers, as you speak, my wider legion, may have fallen, but I have hope that some of those companions are still here, and what sergeant would I be to leave a man behind without knowing, well, they could be my only link left.
Very well. A loyalty to his brothers even in unto death. If that is what you wish, then I wish you luck.
My tenure is with the captain. I'm afraid I cannot offer you my aid in seeking your brethren.
Do I have any indication at all that there's any power signs left anywhere in the facility, or is it just dead now?
No. There's, from what you have gathered, and like obviously like the main sense you have gotten so far has been through Charon. Like there's nothing anymore. There's nothing else on this, in this sector.
Okay.
If you instead wish to mourn and pay respects to your brothers, but otherwise return into the fold of the Emperor and his kind, then I'm sure you will be welcomed and appreciated for the knowledge of the history that you hold in your very experience.
Perhaps this. I mentioned vehicles from the Legion Armory. A Land Raider, rhinos, some jet bikes. I know where they were stored. If we detour via there and they are gone, it will tell me my brothers left long ago. And if they are there, perhaps, Charon, a prize you can be proud of. Legion vehicles for the armory of our new crusade against this darkness you have all taught me of.
That sounds like a fitting compromise.
Charon is just staring at the doors like he's not moving.
He's happy. He will live. In the long term, he'll be happy.
I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to walk off into the sunset looking for Legion vehicles. And
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Then go home.
as a final touch thing, well, our duties never end, Gunner. However, there is still room on this oath scroll.
And I pause before we continue to head off, and I
So
look
I've
at
lift
it.
up this paper I've still been carrying.
Very well, brothers. My oath is yours and to the Emperor.
And I mark my oath and join it.
Hey, we've all got our oath of moment and fulfilled so far. I mean, we survived and we beat the foe. Oath of moment fulfilled. Very good.
Yay!
Real quick, can I set something up?
Yes, please.
Do it.
So you're not coming back.
No, I am good. My compromise is if we leave by a detour heading to where our Legion vehicles were parked, if they're not there, I can assume they've left. If they are there, we can loot what we can and go back with something.
So now you can
Yeah.
sort of
You-
credits roll it and tell us what happens.
You head to the you go to the hangar and there's nothing there. Okay, they are gone. Returning to the ship, because I know we're out of time. You are put as under immediate threats to call the Inquisition. Augustine confines you to quarters for the time until she can decide what is done.
Can I make a minor suggestion before that would happen? On that landing, perhaps we don't mention my Legion's legacy to those who wouldn't know.
Yeah, perhaps.
To the Space Marines. If you know that, if you trust me and you know I'm going to get basically killed as soon as I go on your ship, theoretically, would you spill the beans? Karen might.
That's a tough one. Because withholding that sort of information might be seen as traitor.
That's true.
behavior. So I think I'd just have to.
Well, Ramos
I'd have to
submits
speak
himself.
to,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
your,
He's happy to.
Yeah.
So you are confined to quarters. So real quick, just two scenes I want to play out real quick. First one is while you are in your So the moment you land, you submit yourself. You're confined to quarters. Hakan approaches you, Cineric, and comes over and he says, "What other? We the artifact that you recovered on your previous mission."
Oh, this this isn't about the pauldron.
He looks
Nothing.
down and
Nothing. Continue. The relics.
Yes.
Focus. Hakan, focus.
you did not look inside, I wager.
No, I was too busy Bad talking, Gunner. Why?
You will want to see this.
So just cockhead inquisitively.
He turns and starts to walk back towards his forge.
I'll follow him.
In your room, as the ship starts to enter the warp, moving on to its next destination, you're sitting and just taking a moment to yourself.
Ramos.
Apologies. Ramos is taking a moment, and you know, sort of meditating or thinking on everything that's happened. You hear this like very weird sort of slight tearing noise, and then this little pop. As you look up, you see on the table next to you, the chair that you're sitting on, there is a small owl just staring at you. Can you describe your familiar, please?
So my familiar is a wizened sort of blue etheric owl. It's probably like double the size of a regular owl, and it has sort of more aggressive claws. I mean, owls are hunting animals, but it's almost like the eagle of the owl world. It's quite a little bit more angular. The beak is longer, and there's more threat in it, but there's also sort of a lot of wisdom behind it.
So you see this owl sort of taps across the table towards you, though you're struck by the one difference that seems to be these black, almost like pits for eyes that have this swirling purple nebula like speckled through it. As it approaches you, it opens its beak, and this long like forked tongue just sort of flicks across its edges as it says, "We see you, brother. You are not alone. We are coming for you." Across at the forge, would you like to, or did you want to?
He sees his familiar again, and in his mind plays back the Death Guard gurgling and screeching with pus, tentacles, corruption filling it. The state of this ship he's been on, the decay of the Imperium, the preaching, the religious comment shatter from the corridors, the comments I've heard about gods and darkness, and reflects on that, smiles as he sees his old companion, his old familiar, and then closes his eyes, rises through the enumerations, and does that which is the most painful, the most impossible, but the most easy decision he's ever made in his life. As Ramos severs his psychic potential from himself, as is done in a previous Horus Heresy novel, he basically takes his psychic essence and just puts it in a vault and blocks, so he can no longer use psychic powers. He fully manifests, pulls that away, and just like crushes it in a little ball that would take huge amount of effort to get back, and just like with the hope that with a blink it'll like sever him from his brothers and disconnect him.
Wow.
Yeah. As you do, you watch as the familiars just like pulled back into this sort of purple riff that immediately just seals itself back up.
And with a smirk, he says, "For the Emperor."
He's a good guy.
In the forge is a large circular chamber filled with smoke and steam and lit with the red glow of the forge. A huge anvil holds the center of the room, on top of which sits a familiar crate. You see the latches are open, but the lid sort of rests shut. Hakan goes and stands next to it, just sort of looks down and looks at you. Looks at Ceneric.
Walk over to it, and inspect the contents.
Okay. As you open it up, inside you see a helmet and a sword. But the helmet strikes you for a moment because it is a standard Astartes helmet, or what would be if it were not for a crown of iron thorns that adorns its brow, and two large red feathered wings that rise up from either side, in a very dark, which what would be a very sort of a Dark Angel sort of lieutenant or sergeant helmet, were it not painted pitch black. Which just making sure that is the symbol for the fallen, the color for the fallen.
Yeah, just the old school paint job.
Yeah.
Remote like, oh, a Dark Angel.
Yeah. Inside, you see, as Remorse did with Gyasi, inside the helmet, from around the neck, you see the gentle flash that there is a message in there.
And anything particular about the sword?
The sword appears to be, it's in a similar fashion. It's it's got the what do you call it? Like the Dark Angels, or like the fallen sort of sigil around the hilt, but it's a power sword.
All right, yeah. But it's not like a sword of renown that it has a name that people.
No. It appears what you would gather here. This is from this essentially. This is the like sergeant welcome pack for a fallen order. And it seems that there is a message inside. However, that is a message for next time, as we're going to finish up this session now.
Woo! Wow! 40k is such a fun universe.
Wow.
Yay!
Fun
Warhammer.
things happen.
Do you know the most dramatic thing I just did? Ready for some drama?
That was dramatic.
I just crossed off manifest off my list, which is my highest skill. Just remove it from my player sheet.
That was really cool. And round of applause, Dragon. You've done a
Yes, well
fantastic job. You were thrown in the deep end, and that was really, really fun.
That's where I thrive,
New
baby.
system and I'd say a reasonably high pressure situation, both
yeah.
technically with all the crap you're surrounded by and everything we're trying to pull off. You did a great job, and that was really
thank
fun.
you very much.
That was I had a lot of fun. We hope you all had a lot of fun.
And next week, for a complete tonal shift, it's Pokemon!
Hey,
I wanna be...
gotta purge them all.
No. It's gonna be fun.
Wrong series.
There's gonna be shorts.
All right, let's go catch some Pokemon.
Yeah, except we're adults, not Cody from Call the Clans.
Oh yeah.
You're playing an adult.
It's time to catch some Pokemon.
Are you
Oh, I hope you're that guy. Be that guy. Be sexy American.
Hello.
Hello, it's time. Let's head down the road.
He's
I'm a
so
charming
generic. I
fellow.
love him. It's like anime guy.
Why do they all say that?
So, just a quick thing with the game, the planet, the Forge World Madath, according to at least the information sources that I could find, was believed to be the last known Forge World that built Emperor class Titans.
Oh, and that's what he was hoping.
Yeah, that's
that
like
was.
he's like, if I return a Forge World to the Mechanicum,
It
that
wasn't
makes
an Emperor Titan. There wasn't one in there.
No.
No, because Ramos was like, Cyclonic Torpedo the facility. Torpedoes! As they're dragging him off to himself. Torpedo!
Thanks so much for watching, everyone.
But even that, it should have an Emperor, because that's perfectly 40k.
Yeah.
Goodbye.